comes on your mind? Taking pictures, camera, or
Imagination.
So when you take a picture, keep that in mind. Rather than just snapping the picture, consider it an art form. People often mistake photography for being simple, but in reality, it requires creativity, originality, and a lot of hard work.
rather than copying someone else's work, try to come up with your own ideas. It's great to be inspired by their own work, but make sure to modify it and try something new.
So guys, how can photography be an agent for social change, which is Metro Manila traffic management? First of all, I should give you a brief introduction to Metro Manila traffic management.
The general purpose of it is traffic management units are in charge of how people and vehicles move on local roads. They formulate and enforce traffic rules and regulation, and they decide how people and vehicles flow at intersections.
Going back to topic, photographers can be really great agents of traffic management here in Metro Manila. Let me show you why. Firstly, photographs can be used to document traffic congestion, hotspots, speed limit violations, and other traffic violations.
Information can be used by the local authorities to determine where the traffic management measured should be, such as the installation of the traffic lights, roundabouts or speed bumps, or the placement of traffic enforcement officers.
Second, images can be analyzed and used to monitor traffic. Traffic cameras can be used to gather information on vehicle travel times, traffic flow, and other metrics to help with traffic management decisions.
Thirdly, photography can be used as to promote alternative modes of transportation such as cycling or walking. Let me see this.
Imagery and videos can be used to showcase the benefits of these modes,
such as health benefits, environmental benefits, and time savings.
In conclusion, photography can be a powerful tool.
In managing traffic in Metro Manila.
From aiding decision and documentation.
Promoting new solutions to old problems. So what is your most memorable experience with traffic?
My most memorable experience in traffic, there's so many times that I was trapped in traffic. But one of the most is when we went to Isabela last All Saints Day 2021, I think. It was sobrang traffic. Nakatulog na ako sa sasakyan, pagising ko nandun pa rin kami. Yun, palagay ko that was the most memorable.
So what can you say about the traffic here in Metro Manila?
Buhol-buhol. Medyo kasi nagkakaroon ng problema pagdating sa public transportation. Kasi simula nung pandemic, maraming taong bumili ng private vehicle na hindi naman naging hindi naman naging solusyon para maiwasan yung traffic. Naging sanhi pa siya ng mas buhol-buhol, mas matagal na traffic pagdating sa kalsada.
Thank you!
What is your most memorable traffic experience with traffic?
Siguro nung nasiraan na yung jeep na sinasakyan namin. Tapos kami pa yung nagtulak ng mismong jeep para makapunta sa gilid. Tapos ang nangyari, nung nasa gilid na nagantay pa ako ng jeep ng matagal. Kaso walang...
As an LTO enforcer dito sa Metro Manila, ang masasabi ko po sa traffic situation is usually heavy traffic. Pero depende po yan sa weather condition at depende din po sa oras at depende din po sa lugar na pupuntahan o dadaanan dito sa Metro Manila. Minsan, during rainy season, nagkakaroon tayo ng heavy traffic situation. At kung mapapansin natin, ang nakakaranas po ng heavy traffic dito sa Metro Manila is along EDSA. Alam po natin kung gaano kadami yung sasakyan na dumadaan dyan sa EDSA. So, dyan sa area yan, meron pong heavy traffic situation lagi. Mapa rush hour man. At depende din yan sa oras ng pagbabiyahe. During rush hour, as we can see, starting 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., doon natin mapapansin na nagkakaroon ng build-up ng heavy traffic dito sa lungsod ng Metro Manila. At kung panahon naman na walang masyadong tao sa kalsada during mga madaling araw, doon lang natin mararanasan yung smooth or light traffic situation. Bilang isang enforcer, mahalaga na malalaman natin kung saan yung parte ng lugar o parte ng pagtatrabahuan na nagkakaroon ng heavy traffic. Kasi instead na mag-area ka doon, hanapin mo yung area na kung saan pwede kayong mag-enforce ng maayos sa kalsada, na kung saan hindi kayo makakakos o makakadagdag ng pag-build up ng heavy traffic. Ngayon, makikita natin na may mga reason o may mga kakayahan yung pagkakaroon ng kanyang situation. Pero may lesson din tayong dapat matutunan dyan. Kung alam ninyo na heavy traffic na yung dadaanan ninyo, mas mabuting ang gawin ninyong strategy is agahan yung pagpasok o pagpunta sa trabaho para hindi kayo makaranas nung tinatawag nilang heavy traffic. Kasi alam naman natin, laging dinadahilan pag na-late. Heavy traffic po kasi hindi po yun tamang dahilan para gawing excuse yung heavy traffic. Bilang isang mamamayan, sipin po natin kung ano yung dapat natin gawin para maiwasan natin ma-late o hindi natin magawa yung dapat natin gawin nang dahil lang po sa naranasan natin traffic situation sa isang lugar. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So, what is your most memorable experience with traffic?
Most memorable nung nagmumotor ako, tapos umulan. Sobrang traffic nun, as in sobrang traffic. Tapos, inabot na ako ng baha, sobrang kabang-kaba talaga ako. Tapos, basang-basa na ako ng ulan. Hindi ko na alam, tudong sa auto na sana hindi ako ma-aksidente o whatever. Kasi talaga nagmumotor lang ako. Tapos, ayun, hanggang sa nakarating din naman ako ng maayos. Local governments, LTOs, and transit can be promoted through photography to help the system handle traffic better. The freelance photographers can assist us by contributing images that demonstrate the need for improved public transportation because it interferes with the people daily commuters.
But if it's traffic in Manila, hindi ka ba nauuwi?
Heavy traffic reported ahead. Heavy traffic reported ahead.
And that is all. Thank you for watching.